abusianfo finally okatakyei afrifa edin sembinu abeto abontene efa kwanya IGP ene John Darega Dramani Mahama omoka omohubo mu a omokochi MPP blogger bia yefe nfante comedy ene se Obama pokuase na wenchechire mu ene okatakyei afrifa bekase nka yaye ne se NDC lack focus because nfante comedy na mokochi no mo report no say modern baba ye testimony to the fact say enipa binom e kan sem bi ISNM fata na obisa question bi emu ye very important na obi a mo se modern koye adansini adenti amode round egu nsa ensem mu eduru enti mekese yenko tie ensem a okadakyei afrifa ene kwan ofa so a obraste John Mahama ene Mr. IGP yaba na yato aso
yesi arrest one ya say Obama ya arrest womo gwamna ekovi omo si die ntini arrest womo okay so yen hwe fanti comedy die no dani obebo video no a ayi audio kro no a omo si anu ye gina so de ko arrest fanti comedy no afa wu wi a police ni make release go na ye behwe release kro afa fanti comedy die ya ba na ye kan wasema ye se na homache ye sorry ye say Obama poku ase ono so yakwa bubu ne dan ni tantantan adan ya police in the release by na police in releasing we will look at it and we will ask questions si abobo adamo se de be ne ye nioma basa ye mumra obi tantantan na sabi se Obama no ye kromfo wako wiade wako munipa afa police in release no se dey o se Obama mra meboa no wete there be mobobo adam if say obi meboa with investigation sa ne ye no ye be hwemra ne de asie edi fanti comedy modie no dani boss audio kro ne yenti
mesramo na me say ye host
we dani fa second one bra we pen out chain okay o say no me there no two page so be refi so there is a video purportedly say yes fanti comedy ana o hosti a TikTok live ana ababa we be am friend Ghana Jollof e ba so na oba so no ana yes ababa wa Ghana Jollof no be kan say you look up to here hwe from me ani your mama kura na na yes nko wu first of all we must emphasize with the introduction of new media yeah for the records make Okatakyei I support a free speech any day anytime
precisely
just that I also believe that free speech should not be reckless so obi kan kwase asem say yes President Mahama wua please come on stop this nonsense that's not the way to go you may not like him you may not like his governance there's nothing wrong with it but na me person President Mahama wu we may support this some of us have made such mistakes in the past we don't believe that is the way to build nations so President Mahama na ono ne wu ya and fine go say stop that crap so we are not in any way shape or form defending Obano and our fanti comedy now we are looking at the details of it without any emotions say yes we be akwa say any fanti comedy who still be on TikTok and will be aba and will say President Mahama say we no Obane kana utie kasa no and Obane ka say President Mahama miss me kuno but utie logically na oka about juju semani ade na mekuno yede ne be shebotom ne ade stupid comment very stupid Ghana Jollof or whatever your name is I won't support this comment any day anytime and you be trying to fine okay so then you see akwache fanti comedy ne abusa se na fanti comedy na kan o say there be na nyo no na kan dia e dey see as NDC ko odi a rally na so be gina platform no so na wo kekan kwase asem say dey bia Ghana Jollof be kan ya see ye jai nipa no you know ni akwachi organizers no na organizers in the committee cry unless say the money bo fanti comedy and they say must say abatement of a certain crime but crime near there you better read this section 75 and 74 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act 29 what it says about threat of harm and threat of death you better read it in there are elements of a crime cases be support here so you better cases in nobody should come and sit here after police in a report now be a police in a report in zoom in now you ready near police in or more report on you want more release on the buy okay so police statement on a arrest of Daniel Admako, Prince Ofori and 2 others so Daniel Admako said the Ghana Police Service in collaboration with other security agencies has arrested Mr. Daniel Admako known on social media as Obama Pokwasi earlier today. Now he goes on to say that his arrest is part of the ongoing intelligence-led operation by the police and the other security agencies aimed at dismantling networks involved in the illegal possession and display of sophisticated weapons. He is assisting the police in as opposed to and contrary to the he is assisting. Be assisting police. That means police in assisting investigations into some images and videos he circulated on social media depicting individuals openly brandishing these illegal acquired sophisticated weapons. So say Obama so education. First of all, police must release actually say he is assisting. Now person will be assisting. So here say Obama can be referred to as more or less a whistleblower. Our person state state need me investigation and say me kwame amtie say me information bi na state no pay say me fam one mabo badam ye kokko bubu ne dan asani a friend say bra e fa ne dan na omko ye fa no pa e do omko ye ho no pa no ko fa tro ne pe so obi mo emeboa wo emi assist with investigation say ne ye no it is investigations now and the nipa na brandish weapon which one court one of the persons I rely on as a state witness I say Obama now go bubu ne pono ne ade na ye ne tantantan say ya and obetumi anya na say witness I dey be no mafini ya and he accepted this not because say Obama a critic of a IGP exactly. So Obama no criticize the IGP. Eti ehunu so post bibi. Na ma hunu so post bibi. Na say Obama video no nya no we. Eye hefo a my information. Omo na ye target nya wo. Na no ye kokko bubu ne pono. Ye kwasasa niam. Is that how you treat a state witness? You must be crazy to do these things. And he accepts it say we you know. Let it make sense to me. Why you say that the person is assisting. When somebody is assisting you, the way you treat the person is different. Precisely. Who invite anybody? Sometimes you don't even blow the cover of the whistleblower. In any logical society, so person penyampa, and then just says Obama will criticize the IGP, criticize the MPP a year by one penny for it. You must say we and why you blow the cover. If it's a whistleblower, must see any identity. Information. Now you say he is assistant. Now let's come to even the idea of putting people in handcuffs. So be assist still. Say young conquer investigation. Yeah, boy, yeah, initial handcuffum. I didn't muya de no. Let it make sense to me. Why you think that? The dignity of every young Danny, Famiko take away 15, 1 and 2. Or see the dignity of every person in Ghana shall be inviolable. That is Article 15 of the Constitution. It is a person investigation. The dignity. Handcuffs na handcuffs ni yede ko gina wa na police for ni before say official picture no about was a police for ni bi e de omo private atwa nipa no na e leaky out to social media so you are humiliating the person rather than wanting him to assist you. There is nothing about assisting you ni yede na go handcuffs nipa also assist you and ade ni go handcuffs when the dignity of that person under the Constitution it says that the dignity of a person person shall be inviolable. The person be inviolable. Yentia so. Some impreduasa. Edru emwa kura. Amrani person who boom more dignity. It's obekum obi kura na. You must do so with some level of dignity.
Precisely.
Section 303 of Criminal and Other Offences Act. Even a muakra and mrane say ubutu abwa ubono uya abone section 303 or see cruelty to animals. A person commits the criminal offense of cruelty and is liable to a fine of not exceeding a year 25 penalty unit. Who cruelly beats, kicks, ill-treats, overloads, torture, infuriates, or terrifies an animal. A muakra no emrane person be yoma yakayaka na so obi aba so omrame boa na investigation na momo no me de handcuff begu ne sa na me twa picture. You just want to humiliate him because he's an ardent critic of the IGP. Is that the society we are building? And we get our brothers on the other side happy about this nonsense. How is that? How is that? How is this idea of Nyakase Obi ya the handcuff for goodness? It's not as though any panel now or resist the arrest. In any case, more arrest no. Kofi, se Obama, okra information, state no, uhia, opa no dema, opa fama. Emre bia ni wo kire. If so called a Criminal and Other Offences Act, your friend be causing harm by omission. Causing harm by omission, you know. Say one no marashal, says a BB besia, prevent it, opposing, sojourning, immigration. Would your marashal say BB besia by virtue of you being a police officer, prevent it. Now, when you don't do so, that's a crime happy. And you've caused harm by omission. Fire. So Obama onye police ni, onye soldier ni, onye immigration officer. No law mandate him, no duty is bestowed upon him to give information when he doesn't want to. Nobody should sit there and do nonsense. We are building a society of law, not people doing what they like. Why do we sit there and allow this nonsense to triumph? Or in the name of political victimization? What kind of human beings are we? So self Obama information. Opa no debema. Opa farmer. Was he come and assist me with information? Now I know say baby aye omota kopa. Aye causing aye fear and panic. Publication of false news. What is false about the Obama post here? Is it not true that civilians were carrying guns, M16 and others? So what is false about it? And even with that crime of publication of false information, that alone is not a crime. Unless you are able to demonstrate or publicize this information, the public were in fear.
Exactly.
Who has come to report that he was in fear of a yes Obama video now posted? What nonsense are we building as? Is that the society we want? And we sit down and we think this is okay. Govi, is this okay?
Never.
Say Obama because of criticizing IGP. Let the record shows that say Obama in several posts criticizes IGP simply because of a year boko the world handle boko issues.
Precisely.
It you know no people so challenge where power lies and other than that, I did a video na say Obama posted. And I know was a video na fatu so. Near so mabechi yanso. It is your job as the chief number one chief security officer. Say Bibi Koswa. Obi be draw attention. It is a mranchen mabawa displays a video. And this video has been on the internet for God knows how long. So say Obama ko posti. Now say wa ko posti. Says civilians in a year having M16 and other guns. Is it not true these are civilians?
It's true.
So what is false about the video?
Ask them.
Now society near building Kovi. Society must be fair. Must treat each other equal.
Exactly.
Not because somebody is MPP or NDC.
Never.
I don't know. We want him to assist. No be able to assist to a new copy court. You will not copy a circuit court. Say charges ben ye dia bono. Nipana who release in say you want him to assist no. O we will do court handcuffs goodness. Amo ye normal. And then amo ye normal tantan. We are two Obama money and tongue of mine. We are a nation of laws.
Exactly.
Bobby, even says Obama, and yet nobody say Obama quite hank of goodness. Well, anyway, is that how we treat people? Coffee? Says Obama ye bonimpa. Yanko ready article 1926 2C. Then if I make article 1926, was when a person is arrested, that person shall be presumed to be innocent.
Exactly.
A person charged with Gramon charge, and there's a clear difference between a suspect, an accused, and a person of interest. And you treat him like an accused. Who accuse you anyway? And their charges now they are more. And no kind of 2C, no, then if I'm going 2C. I never knew any man or say the person shall be presumed innocent until proven otherwise. Na no kwano wo ye ne ade afi ye se treating ye ne egu na nimu ase ye pese se Obama ye de hankofu gu ni sa ne atwa to ye kire ne well power lies ma dwene na ye adwuma ni ade ba no ye nchikire man sa we don't build a nation like that because one person Obama atem asemunti because one peka de chi asem so we must do things anyhow ade ba society no ade bi onu we ne ade anya de hia ni boko ne hia amode no amudi ko bubu ne dan ne ade no fa sa amode ko boko ene hia ana mo pesa mo chichire manya ave obi ntimi nkasa ne ade ne e ka nipa kasa boa na ka de chie ne be ne media maka chem ye nwunra me ye nwunra me state na adwene no nye state adwene nyo publication of false news and then false news na fe yanko fanti comedy modia and I'm say fanti comedy no ide first of all you put it on record and your fanti comedy ne make his statement na almost see oba ne say meku president metwa lordinati okay very I mean these are stupid reckless we don't talk like that. But does it constitute crime? If it constitutes crime, who is the principal nipa everywhere? Jollof was a one on everywhere. Then you read Jollof no you find the comedy never know unless say you go read this section 74 and 75 the omode buy no you read the police release answer now you are section 74 and 75 of criminal and other offences act ni anhwe de heka now for you are elements of the crime ni arrest them ye famara kwamu and am in legal department fire them. Now you read what say these operations which have been ongoing for several weeks have led to the significant retrieval of substantial debe. Now that you zoom point 4 na me reading. In a related development, 3 other persons, so 3 other persons in here, Fanti comedy near 3 other persons, Prince Ofori, Yagira Abiu, and Emmanuel Kwache are in the custody of the police, assisting. So the word assisting police, when you say assistant, why are we so fixated with this idea of even when Nipan were police custody, the hank of good inside with police custody? What is wrong with you people? The use of handcuffs primarily is to prevent a Nipana and Moko Chenono. But if the person is of no threat to you, what is this idea of Obia must go into handcuffs? More fire. It's more of fire, so more assisted. Maybe obey assisted with you. That means Nipan Baba, your principal state witness. Then we are the fancy comedy who handcuffs once and obey witness. Have a fancy comedy and Wabani at Yomono. Let's get on record say you're going to make his state. Oh, we are your crown. Or Jitum said no was our platform this should be. And a kind. Yentia video, a fancy comedy bay. I war patch also. Sadia see, then it was a video.
Name is ye host to life be our TikTok. Now obi ba so be kire na adwen. Asema ni panika ye no entwa ye. But okasa wie no me share ni say asemo a waka na ho de ontwen san. Ama ni pa no atwen wasan ye. Yes recording no. Baby a me ka so ontwen san baby a ni pa no twen san ye no. E ho no ni pa no am post to one count. Enti ye ka bibi na nko ya pamocho mo fanche me ai me ka bibi na anya me da me na me host to ye mo fa nche me mo fa ne se mo ba e na mane agu mo nan so mo ba pepa mo ntwa
so Obi o kase bibi a crime. Yes, there are two elements to crime. At the end of and the state of your mind at the year. So actus rules and the intent behind the year. Yes, a mention. Okay. There is a quote from I think Lord Denny. Was a person should not be just jailed for the sale of jailing, just because he did something which the society prohibits. But the mind must be guilty as well. So nipa no yadia. Enya dia na waye no. Nemo na adwene must be guilty. You must be able to demonstrate indeed na adwene mu no opese odi bone and san na wo de ayi mention ni actus rules ne ba waka say ni nipa no opese wo ye eti yenko read section 74 75 wo mo ye police for ne say threat of death section 75 of act 29 and a threat of death one say you read ni enti 74 say a person who threatens any other person with unlawful harm with intent so anya wo threaten keke eti nanu there is a case was say Savage versus Tubaville Savage versus Tubaville what didn't saka need to say was if this was an assisted time you would have seen so although no didn't saka ne sort or ye bibi ni ade now so obi na no ka say if this was so the intent is that say nanu that be sabre ogina he no although ne buofu ba onye because we samra wo so intent is very much required to be able to establish culpability of a crime. Every year one year can say so you find the comedy no. Say no you cannot lay culpability at his doorstep for this crime because you're on the crime. Yeah no free or see a person who threatens any other person with unlawful harm with intent to put that person in fear of unlawful harm commits a misdemeanor. So say who will be now what gonna say you commit a misdemeanor. Now you read the threat of death. Maybe a police for the general. Or see a person who threatens any other person with death, with intent. And the thing I would threaten is a woman you make simple. Ordinarily, your friend will be inchoate offenses, incomplete offenses. And no say where who any panic say make so yeah you nina crime nina the same. And the thing I say when you dear ukokuno and now no nina punishment in the same dia and the kokuni prekwe na so bia na nya wo intent ni so person okuno na mo person hunahuna no ba mrane so person hunahuna mamfo eti mrane say when you threaten somebody say mekun na say the intent is to put fear in that person you commit a second degree felony afa you say jollof ne koka de be jollof ne koka say your mama de menkunu a mekunu ni atwa lodinati na ukodru mrani mu a elements of a crime you must be able to demonstrate say ampa your mahama lodina osuro no fire and yanko in the case of Arena Atkinson yanko hwade court ni cancel it you could do court anya ye reading kwa if say we no kura na ama the element of the crime ni aditi court no be ma definition see e ka say threat kura na ye de badia so the definition of the court when it comes to threat in the case of Arena Atkinson is what we will stand here court ni you should be a friend objective a man's test say adiano e kan ye no in a reasonable person's mind do you genuinely think say your mama shuru your mama on national security BNI police military born ho bai also be to landing as me ku your mama shuru ladina shuru mo ye joke adaba ni ya me mo tantan fire you must be able to demonstrate say indeed your mama was afraid for his life. You must be able to demonstrate. The critical and the crucial question is that is Lordina Mahama and your mama afraid for their life? If no political gimmick and wanting to throw the people and say Mumuna ye dear home me and say Flugua. Any brother. Your mama so true. Because we beat your soldier. Eka so be kuno. And they say woman no yama tell the enko remember ye nyina ye nyina esu And so what to me a year, a mine sika, a boss be Quasiampeni say who by now. So be a casse. You won't go to the aqua way cafa, says Santa Hinene, I am for a kaya. I never know when so go for the word Tenin was a sempa. Wouldn't even the skin to entertain 1/4 of the nonsense you guys did. I never know. Danny project out and I can send that you ready. Me and share the court on the kind. Court on the car say. Usuru. Your mama so usuru. Et you come out to and pass your mama usuru. See Bekuno. Kobi. Lordina was usuru. Obi or trade land you say hey. It is simple. It is simple. Rather. Na mommy are so quite the DNA. I've been a 1 year dear. Away no more high height winner. I bet you Google Fanny a days ramble for. Near Jagu dear you. Now, Memonia children. Now, Uncle Kwesi Pratt. Danny, also, oh, may you cast a farmer tell a video about what shadow do. Now, Fafa. Oh, what's it a Madame Nija? A Janabed much is in Young Congo Tiens in Funa, a Yamatela, you can, a far a year, a you.
And tonight I'm going to be straightforward with 02472. Yana Bono for hine. Eye awona for hine kese. Eye ahemfo akese mo Ghana, miankasa mo fa. Nana Kwesata, the central region on hine kese. Sehwiama Bono for hine and western region. Mo ahemfo na motina Ghana mo ye di masaka we koso. We swear to God, if things tweet and anyoma Dania, we will take you people down first. Mo ahemfo na mo Ghana no. All you the chiefs power bar mona manfo be butu wanim. Eji nshira mona musimu wotu mi no. Se bibi jiken or MPP to destroy this nation. Se eji ken. We will make sure all of you, your palaces are bent to the ground, and you people too are bent to the ground. Because me, mama, busu any.
Hey, Obi, what's your summer yet now? Who for the person for 80? Bend their palaces to the ground and bend them to the. Because some yet now who 80 yesterday. But for me, MPP in the pen on what time was the same way. One and I'm pay. I will be also one Makwa Mamuni was himself. Eji Uncle Kwesi Pratt. What's it, dear baby? Moza. Uncle Kwesi Pratt na fe yanka Uncle Kwesi Pratt say. On top ki kan kwase sem. Me aso kwa did you? Dan chichire mine threat of death. President Mahama no way. You must be able to demonstrate the eminence of that threat.
Exactly. So
the eminence. Nipa what here soldier baby. Say President Mahama kuno and you indeed think your mama is afraid for his life. Muye joke to mo dia memo dia agro dia be no dia ni basa basa fire them yenti ango si brat
e wa TikTok na obi ba so be kire na adwe
da bi dani wo body friend ayi bo ango ko si brat dia be no Obi akudi ne do so do the mama so be resetting so one would have expected that this cannot. And your man who and the political division about Yenti Ango Zibrat. Yentino.
It doesn't even matter if the person being threatened is not the president. I think a serious example of these people. Foolishness. I mean, just take a video and video yourself threatening to kill the president and put his body in a cocoa sack and throw him away and behead his wife. What? Who would tolerate this? In which country would this be tolerated? I think we should make a very serious example of these people.
We must make a serious example of Yahunto.
Exactly.
We must make a serious example of almost social media. Now, example, maybe I see a study free. What?
More fire.
Your mama, you will not promise a man for. You promise them that you're going to bring 2024, your mother said,
Tatami. Nana do na kwa kufadu. Okore kila kama yo. Eke ajuku. Jani mate. Boko. Omo yo. We do.
So bebre enya plane crash. Asofo nyina bi nya plane crashes. American sofo baako yi minim ni din. Mo back about 3 years or 4 years ni erado wane na yere omo konya plane crash no mu wuye. Yanka kra no na no American superstar ya obo baseball yi. Kobe Bryant. Ono so ne ba a 17-year-old girl erado mu konya plane crash no mu wuye. Erade na no Africa ya play me kwashu anu so since the 150 cent anu mu ye erade moja edi bimbebre hwere omo nkwa enam plane crash erade boy na sa play we to a emofom erade crash sa mi palo be sa crash sa play we crash okohan ya crash sa play we Ghana will lose nothing hwere omo nkwa enam plane crash erade boy na
I'm going to brat way to wish the president one crashing.
Just look at
example should be made of him.
Exactly. More fire. Exactly so. More fire than that.
Because I believe so much that social media, gentlemen, many no one before. Money you be arguing say, say Munoke can support. Let's get that very clear.
More fire.
Let's get that very clear. We've been pace setters in a year development of a year democracy. Some of us in the past, out of a year youthful exuberance in the but we must learn quickly and move away from it. Some commentaries are unnecessary. You can project a message without having to wish anybody to die. Your political fortunes must not be dependent on a year nipa. If you have a viable candidate, project that candidate. And your mama I believe we must lift there. But these are trivial things. And never win your panel. Bokon sense mu ayi bi ontim ayi obo no otimi kwa ka bokon sense you ma funu ya na musu so I tina mo divert attention and you ma hunu say na Dr. Mamadu Bami akopeke ne forms nti e say pe bibi twam na e ma na yira system ni mu ni ade ye ntia ye no ani Dr. Mamadu Bami anti ne ye wi Gelman tactics. We don't want it to be topical. So the media must dominate a year. Say Obama. Say ya an MPP yeah, you Oliver. And some fun ye do Oliver. Yeah. Now when him some more yanamulusu. So fancy comedy no change is a dear. Say Obama no change is a dear. What they divert your attention. A old trick. Na man for no say be adwene ni mo hanti mudi nyawo munyawo we old trick. They want to use it to divert your attention from the real issues. Other than that ke di arewo they say mfunu say na mo mani nyawo they divert your attention. Why do you think say na e kwache nkrofo omuka say na di say why did they have to wait till today? More fire. Man for mumie money what omo de madwene di agro. And we million man this for when NPP and this watching NPP ban obi din kwasem say e kama bi a kire and me kama dwen no bebre bobia ya won kaya de ya we ye boniayefo a won kaya de wo mo che no me kasa tia ma ban sa because what is wrong is wrong. We cannot have what is wrong yesterday and make it right today. So, gentlemen, before you must be circumspect with the way you say things. I don't like John Mahama's governance. I don't think he has anything better for our nation. In all honesty, the kind of conversations that I was privy to when I entered their fold, I know say but then again, if we have elected him as the president, all the necessary respect that we ought to accord him, we have to accord him. Nobody should sit there and wish him dead. He will pay nothing, he will do nothing. Although in the past they have wished the Kufadu and the rest, it means nothing. We cannot continue the same trajectory. Continue doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. We must be different. We must fight it different. We must show the way.
Exactly.
And that's the time to do so. Gentlemen, fancy comedy. Mon regulate the Amoya Niama. Monka de Jomama here. Obewu ni ebekuna de. Agona nyameti ase. Ede de okada afrifa. Me ba be sommo. De metimi aye adran. O chena nyame ya adomo a. Montemenka. Anjo nje se mi go ko. Asofo ya moye na gadechie na befa in the besi hene matini nyina mo amose ye bekum ni ade medam ase se mo adwene me ho ene ade matini nyina mamma bibia ha mo ate da kuru bi na ese mi wu e de asa da kuru na beba eye new eye chinew e china chiu na ewuo pa nso a be kwa afrifa mi nsuru e de edi tuo kum nipa e said that very moment that microsecond and you are gone. Really, on your end, it is a no pan, you never come on, Miss Shebremua. I'm a bear, we are saying. Said as any so better Termino Kumia. Miss Reno, the Miss Slopa, may I other day. Madame said, Uncle Amon Pia Mammy, Namu Bobby and Mabubia Mammy. Made a mitrimu fine. Minya will be abonate, Impel will be also bonnet. It is a woba, name a brenaso. Namini will be a kume. There said Nam Judas, Soma Yesu Christo, Yinima. The Nipan will come here. I'll become a Mataya in this country. Obe sister to a mame. Etimopa Munkume. Mukumi and Namon Sasso. The statue Besigana. Maybe I'll become a symbol of political violence. The end to wait for our nation. Near Denya Miasi. The Majahoko. Then Chirima Mabehu. Into the BCBA Yamiasa. Now a year Latin word was a key Sarah. Sarah. What will be?
Oh, definitely be.
Makola bako boat. Also hine. How to ate. Na ebeye die ebeye.
We ane nsema okatakyei afrifa ede ebegu abontene. Meso se kire wadwen e wo comment section box wo. Makrawo until we meet again. Adios.